Did it all get started? Take us back to when you really started all of this.
Well, that was the summer of '95. I had no money whatsoever. I was working, doing research in.
Did it all get started? Take us back to when you really started all of this.
Well, that was the summer of '95. I had no money whatsoever. I was working, doing research in Silicon Valley on a completely different subject and trying to start this company at the same time. And when it came time to decide, do I want to do graduate studies or do I want to start this company? And I decided to start the company. I had no money. As a graduate student, I would have received a scholarship and a stipend and so forth. In starting the company, I had nothing. I had no income source. So we found that a scholarship and a stipend and so forth. In starting the company, I had nothing. I had no income source.
So for the reports that come out later that say, that Elon grew up with poverty or without money, or he's it's not.
No, Elon went to school in a Rolls Royce every day.
Really?
In a Rolls Royce Corniche.
Wow.
Convertible.
Wow.
Shalom to the elect of Yasharala. All praises and glory goes to our mighty power Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash Barakatah. Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash Barakatah. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, and sincerity and truth of this great gospel coming out of our Bible. Coming out of our Bible, and we're in the Passover. And this is beautiful times we're living in, right? Because what else we about to have? The blood moon, right? The blood moon. Here's the Passover, the blood moon, and the Lord said what? Let's get the scriptures. We're going to go back to Joel. Let's start at Joel 2, and we're going to go to 2 and let's start at 27. 2 and 27. And it reads, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your power, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. Right? That's what we're waiting for. When we're in the kingdom, the Lord's going to put a spirit in us. We're going to know our power. We're going to know his laws, his statutes. We're going to know what to do to please him. And we're not going to go off, because he's going to put these laws and statutes in our hearts and our minds. Right? We're going to become perfect. That's why we're not going to die. Right? It says, because sin is what leads to death. The wages of sin is death. It says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am Yahweh your power, and none else, right? And we know that's in the kingdom, because Jake's not going to be calling on another god, a false deity. Right? Jake ain't going to be calling on no JCs. Jake ain't even going to be saying the word God in the kingdom of heaven. It's Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai, right? The Father's name, the Son's name. We're going to know our power. We're going to know his ordinances, his laws, his statutes, right? And guess what? The Lord's going to make us perfect, and we're going to rule over these heathens. And it says, and the Lord your power, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. And it shall come to pass that afterward, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirits, right? That's why you think so many people are seeing visions of what destruction of America. Right? These people are seeing visions of America being invaded. They're seeing visions of the dollar collapsing. They're seeing visions of civil war, civil unrest, mass death, mass killings, right? These are different visions the Lord is putting in their heads, right? They're seeing visions, and one dude said that he had a dream, and the white people were not allowed in heaven. And just through the spirit, you already know that's a bugged out dream, because there's no such thing as white people. And there's a lot of Israelites who have that white-looking complexion, because we're scattered amongst the other nations, all the nations, right? And there's going to be elect looking like the so-called white man. We have so-called white-looking people in Great Millstone, but who their bloodline go back to? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? I'll read. It says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy." Right? It says, "Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit." It says, "I will show wonders in heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before that great and terrible day of our Lord come." Right? It says what? It says the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of our Lord come. I'm gonna go here to this article, right? It says, "What time is tonight's total lunar eclipse?" Right? It says, "This out of here. It's out of here, buddy." It says, "What time is tonight's total lunar eclipse? Here's when to see the full blood moon." For anybody want to wake up and see that blood moon. Right? March 14th, that's the time we're in right now. It says, "A very special and extraordinary blood moon will rise tonight, and it's the Passover. And here we got the blood moon, and the Lord said what? These events are going to happen before his coming. And what you just had a few months ago, a bunch of chariots. They said they were coming out of the ocean. They're just coming out of everywhere, right? These Edomites, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't understand this is the end of their society. This is the end of their world. Right? This is a very special and extraordinary blood moon will rise tonight amid a total, it says, a total lunar eclipse in a rare moment of totality." Right? A rare moment of totality. Right? It says, "The March worm moon heralds the earthworms that springs to life as winter ends and the soul begins to warm ahead of planting season, according to the Farmer's Almanac. But there's more. It says, "On the night of March 13th, a total lunar eclipse will occur during the March full moon, giving way to a spectacular view of what the blood moon across the North America and grand moment of totality." Right? It says, "This year's March blood moon during the total lunar eclipse will give way to the Ides of March on the 15th, leads to St. Patrick's Day on the 17th, followed by the first day of spring on the 20th. And guess what? What else the Bible say? Right? These people, where are we at? We in the house of mourning right now. We in the time of the Passover. Right? Back in the ancient days, Jake would have put blood on his doorpost of a lamb. And guess what? They was praying in the crib, hiding from with that death angel. Right? But here you got these motherfuckers, they about to go celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's about to get warm outside. Booty cheeks is about to be all over the place. Little short mini skirts. Niggas finna start killing the shit out of each other. Right? It's about to turn the fuck up in this society. These people don't see what the hell is going on. But we do, right? We do. Right? Because we see Babylon the Great, which is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, also known as America, is about to get fucked. Right? This is fucked up and it's going to get worse, right? Because the situation that these people is facing in this society is what? A collapsed society, a collapsed currency, a collapsed system, right? A fucking militaries from all around the world coming in to take this place down, right? A future of nuclear destruction, a nuclear holocaust, like they say. Right? That's the future of Babylon the Great, which is America. I'm going to read Proverbs 22:7. It says, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender," right? Because you got these rich men who's really in control of Babylon the Great. Right? These presidents don't run nothing but they mouths. They good actors. Right? They good actors. They set up to make you think you have a choice, that you have a decision in the things that are happening when you don't control nothing. Right? It's these elites. It's these people with that money. right? It's the people with the money. They control the show, right? They control the show, and just like they collapse societies and they be moving on to other ones, right? And trying to rebuild. That's what they think they're going to do with Babylon the Great. They think they're going to burn this system down and start over. But the Lord ain't going to let it happen, right? You got these rich men, right? Proverbs 22:7, it says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender, right? You got Elon, he talking like he was a poor man growing up. This was a rich dude, right? And what comes out of their mouths, lies. I said lies. What comes out of these people's mouths? Lies, man. They acting like they're one thing when really what they're here to fool you people. You think somebody just gonna become a billionaire overnight? Oh no, he came up with this. He came up with that. Man, get your ass out of here. Right? Get out of here. Right? These people here in Babylon the Great don't know what's going on, man. You got these elites in these different places, and you got people who specialize, what they say, in special interests, who got enough money to buy your country, who got enough money to buy your senators, your congressmen, you got enough money to buy your political leaders, your presidents, your dictators. Right, they got enough to get rid of your whole system and set up other systems, man. These are the people that run the show, right? And right now they're about to turn the system where everybody's about to be a servant unto them, because everybody's about to go to them for the one of all things. Right? They're about to try to collapse the system and set themselves up as God on earth. Right? It says the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. And hey, here we are in Jake's captivity. We always been a servant, right? It's these heathens who, in these 2/3 who thought they was gonna have a good time here in Babylon, right? They gonna find out that the American dream is gone. They gonna find out really it never existed, right? The game is rigged. They get everything and you get nothing. That's really what they about to set up. That new world operation, right? This is Proverbs 19:4. It says, wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor, right? You about to see Jake fully. Why you think Jake's so angry with his neighbor? Why you think Jake don't have too many friends? Right? Jake is all fucked up because Jake ain't got no money. Right? And you got these elites, right? Only reason they got money is because of what they have. Right? Because of what they have. And now that these other nations are starting to have wealth also, they saying, well, man, funk Babylon the Great. We can work with each other. Right? We can work with each other. Right? One time, Babylon the Great's wealth, right? It says wealth making many friends. Through Babylon the Great getting all that money, they had many friends on earth. And now these other nations could go to somebody else for financial assistance, right?
States to hold on at a time when its footprint in the world is shrinking. If you take the United States together with the other G7 countries, that used to be the dominant bloc of the world, right? The United States, just enumerate them so everybody knows. Canada, Japan, Germany, France, Italy, and Britain, okay? The G7, the world. I'm going to add up all the GDP, gross domestic product, total output of goods and services of all of those 7 countries, U.S. and its major allies. And now I'm going to compare it to the gross added up GDPs of China and its allies, known now as the BRICS. Okay. You add up the United States, about 28% of world output. You add up China and the BRICS, it's 35% of the world output. We aren't the wealthiest bloc in the world. We're number 2. And that's new. And that changes everything. Every country in Asia, Africa, Latin America, trying to figure out who to go to borrow money from, who to go to cut a deal with, who to go to sell your exports, who to go to invest in your railroads. You know where they used to go? Washington, London, Paris, of course. Now they go there.
But they go to India and Brazil. And
That's right. They go to Sao Paulo, New Delhi, Beijing, and they ask, can you give us a better deal? And here's the news I got to give you. They get the better deals, and they go that way. And that's not going to stop. And you can rattle your sabers all over the board. You put the Seventh Fleet in the South China Sea, isn't going to change that. You've got to come to terms with that, but we are led by people who don't want to do that because nobody wants to be the politician who has to explain to the people it's over.
Yeah, it's over for what? Babylon the Great, which is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, right? Where our Lord was crucified, X'd out. They put up that Edomite image, right? I'm going to read the book of Proverbs 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, right? And those scriptures also talk about the man of sin being revealed, right? The more these Edomites get revealed, the more these people are mourning, right? You got Elon Musk throwing up, what's my man name? The man Hitler signs, right? These people ain't thinking about Babylon the Great. They saying forget the educational system, right? They, what is that? Department of Education, Department of this, Department of that. It's like they're tearing this place apart from the fabric, right? And there's nothing that you citizens of Babylon the Great could do about it, because who's doing this? It's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, our power, right? And the Lord is showing these different signs before his coming, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and 18. It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? The scriptures talk about men's hearts failing them for the fear of the things that are going to come on the earth, right? And that's the times that we're living in. That's why we should be thinking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we're in His truth, and we could call on His name. We have hope. These people don't have no hope, right? They used to hope on the dollar. They used to hope on their politician. They used to hope on themselves, and now they finding out, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. When every news station you go to, man, what they talking about? Planes falling out the skies, right? Rumors of wars, right? And all these things is beautiful because it's all leading to what the coming of our Messiah, man. Shalom.